Hi, this is Mark. Congratulations. You have found this amazingly awesome show. Chances are you're listening to it right now on whether it's iTunes or Stitcher Radio or some other mobile app that allows you to stream this amazingly awesome show to your ear holes. And I can't stress how awesomely amazing this show really is. But did you know that you can also catch the latest episode of this show on the Tangibound Network? That's right. Go check out tangiboundnetwork.com. You can look them up and you can listen to it right there. It's even mobile friendly. What more could you ask for? Which means you can pull it up on your iPhone or your Android, even your Windows phone. Yeah, who has one of those? But still, point remains, you can do it. You can do it. Check it out, tangiboundnetwork.com. Listen to this show, the latest episode, every time. Check it out.
Welcome to the Wicked Radio Network.
This is a Danger Entertainment podcast. DangerEntertainment.net. Danger Entertainment Podcast Network.
Salty Language presents The Enthusiast.
Hey everyone, this is a new episode of The Enthusiast. I'm Brian. Joining me as always is Tony.
Hello there.
And today we're joined by nerd rock musician Chris Waffle.
For sure, go to megathruster.com and buy his album. Because if you're a nerd acoustic rock, it's most excellent.
Yeah, we both had a good time listening to his album. We'll have links in the show notes. He also mentions at the end of the interview, again, megathruster.com, but other places you can find him as well. But definitely go check his stuff out. If you're, he's near Portland. If you're near the area, check the dates out on his website. Maybe go check him out in person.
Because it sounds like his live shows are better than the album.
Yeah, he said
a lot of crowd interaction.
Yep.
And we'll close the episode out with one of his songs as well.
Yes. So stick around for that after you hear Annalise giggling, and then so there you go. So now our interview with Chris Waffle. All right, today we're joined by Chris Waffle. So Chris, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, gentlemen. Great to be here.
I listened to your album this morning.
Yeah,
and I really enjoyed it.
So did I.
Cool.
Yeah,
awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
It started when you sent you had emailed us, and the link to your video was in there, and oh shoot, I want to get the title right. What is it?
It's not out.
It's
yet.
not out yet. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
And I watched that video, and I laughed so hard because it. I mean, if I'm wrong, correct me, but it's about how. When a project gets announced in geekdom and just the internet trolls just immediately trash how it's going to be terrible, basically.
That is what it's about. And, you got it.
Oh my goodness. We've so many times on this just talked about it, and it made me laugh so hard. And I immediately sent it to Tony, and I was like, hey, this guy reached out to us. And I was like, make sure you check out this video because it's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, it's up on YouTube for your listeners. You can check that out. Interestingly, that video stars real life superhero Guardian Shield.
Yes, and he was awesome in that.
Yes, he was.
He patrols my town and keeps us safe. And the bad guy producer in the video is actually the mayor of the town.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
Nice.
And one of the other guys is like the head of the Chamber of Commerce. We got the whole town is like involved in the shoot, and townspeople acting as the protesters, and it was a lot of fun. We used the city hall at the end, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was it's just that whole video just really captured everything that I think, anyone who's been involved in any sort of length of being a geek has, or a nerd, however you want to classify it, you've gone through that. Whether it's you've been on either side of it probably, because there's always been something that you're just like, oh, why can't they leave that alone? Or you've been like, why is everyone trashing this? Let's give it a chance, And
yeah, I'm actually more on the side of optimism. I'm usually like, they announce Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, the movie. Yeah, I can't love. Hopefully it'll be good. Obviously it's just awful, but so I'm kind of poking fun at ourselves,
right.
In the community. But the one time I was actually negative and not pumped for a movie that normally I probably would have been excited for was when they announced Ben Affleck playing Batman.
Yeah.
So this was like 2 years ago. They announced it. And I thought for a minute that it was going to be good, but then as time went on and, Zack Snyder, was announced and it was all coming together, I had a really bad feeling about it. So, and I thought, shoot, it hasn't come out yet. I should give it a chance. And that's when the song idea kind of started formulating. Nice. I have not seen the movie, so don't spoil it for me. I actually don't actually know what happens in it. I've stayed spoiler free.
Oh,
I
wow.
will see it at some point, but I haven't seen it.
I haven't either.
On Monday, I saw Civil War, and it was amazing.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. So, yeah.
Yeah. You guys are in for a treat. You guys going to see it this weekend?
I don't know if I will this weekend. I think I've been talking with my nephew. We may be going like next week, I think.
Yeah. It's great.
If I went, my wife would kill me because she's not here this weekend.
So you have to wait. You have to wait. I understand.
Yeah. Definitely want to see it, though. It's funny you mentioned Ben Affleck and the Batman thing, because the initial reaction by most people, I think, when they announced him as Batman was negative. And then today, it was announced that he's like added as an executive producer on Justice League, and the overwhelming feeling seems to be positive that he's going to help the movie, and it's just kind of interesting how in that time frame people have shifted, like, well, maybe, this is not such a bad thing because,
I don't necessarily hate Zack Snyder. I mean, he definitely has a style.
Yeah.
But I actually think Ben Affleck is talented, and I like a lot of the movies that he in. I loved Argo, which he directed. So it wasn't him playing Batman per se, but I could just tell that Warner Brothers was trying to force a Marvel Cinematic Universe into their properties. And try to get on the Marvel bandwagon, but they've never managed their unlike TV, unlike they do in TV and animation, they've never been able to do the movies right.
Yeah.
Right.
So agreed. I could just tell like it was going to be forced and they were going to mess it up. But I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know.
Fair enough.
Neither one of us have seen the movie either.
Yeah.
So you're not alone.
Really?
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't terribly excited about it.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
I didn't even,
I
know I'll see it at some point, but I didn't rush out like I did for Civil War, like trying to get a I saw it like a week early, trying to get into a preview, screening.
Right.
Now, what do you think about Suicide Squad?
And actually, I am kind of, I'm kind of optimistic on that one.
Yeah. I think that's the general feeling.
But, they've done a good job with the trailers. And the characters in it aren't iconic. They're not your Superman, Batman. They're kind of side characters or villains, in this case. So they probably have more liberty to be creative in the story and with the characters, and that's always a good thing. So I'm staying optimistic for it, but I don't know about Justice League.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one because, with people in the feeling, kind of the overall feeling after Batman, Superman, now it's, do you stay the course and go toward Justice League with that same feeling, or do you kind of go back and replan a little bit, so now it's a whole, I don't know. DC is like almost after every movie had to go back and replan, and I think that's kind of added. Marvel's barely had to replan after a movie. They've pretty much just stayed their course, because they keep having, they've made minor tweaks along the way, but they've pretty much just stayed their original course. They haven't adjusted much. Well, I mean, when they announced they're like, here's what we're doing for the next 5 years, they've pretty much held to it,
Yeah, absolutely. So I know they kind of, I guess they, Inhumans is now, on the back burner probably, but, it was, I feel like, those movies are great as standalone films. Now my dog's going crazy. They're great as standalone films, and they tie in together really well.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it's hard to say because I haven't seen Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. I think the original, official title.
Right.
I haven't seen it, so we'll have to revisit. I'll have to come back on the show after we've all seen it, and we'll have
we'll have that
nice little round table.
Have a sit down and
Well, I mean, obviously you're into the geek side of things. What got you into it? Were you like a kid comic book fan? And
oh yeah, I was into this stuff. I'm much more into. I have a degree in film. I'm much more into television and films and the actual. I have collected comics, but I was more into watching the TV and movies than probably reading comics as much.
Right.
And I was a big fan of listening to Weird Al and playing Dungeons and Dragons. This was my junior high experience.
Right.
Listening to Weird Al, playing Dungeons and Dragons, and getting beat up.
All right. So yeah,
that's my formative years.
Sure.
And
right.
So, but no, big, always big into Star Wars, Star Trek. I love it all. And I did in my younger days. I was doing a lot of stand up and comedy and comedy music, and I played in like more straight music, and I was in a metal band for a while. And when I moved to the Portland area where I am now, I really wanted to just take what I love, which was music and nerdy stuff, and just combine them together. And if people got it, good. If not, I just wanted to sing what I loved instead of trying to see what other people might like. I just wanted to put what I like to sing about. I want to sing about a song about Bruce Campbell. I'm going to make a song about Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
So, that's what I decided to do.
Yeah.
I got to say, I love the nod to Bubba Hotep in the song too.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was, as I was listening to the different songs, it was so great, like that one, because all the little stuff in there, it isn't, it didn't feel forced at all. It didn't feel like you were shoehorning stuff in there. It's like you could tell as you're writing this that this is something that, that you actually like. You weren't just like, oh, Bruce Campbell's popular, I'll write a song about him kind of a thing.
He's got a chin. Huh?
Yeah.
Right.
He's got a chin.
Right. Unlike me, I have to have a beard to
yeah.
I feel like we're all looking into a three-way mirror right now.
Yeah,
it's
kind of. Yeah.
There's no hair here, and we got hair coming down here.
Yeah.
It's a handsome trio we made.
Right.
Right.
We're like kind of three different stages of it as well. We're like a before, middle, and after or something. I don't know. It's just depending on what the condition is.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Bruce Campbell song, I am a huge Bruce Campbell fan, and I wrote that song before they announced, and I had been playing it a little bit before they announced Ash versus the Evil Dead. So even if they had never done anything or made any other movie again, like that was what I wanted to do. And I'm glad you said that because, that I've been talking in some other interviews that I've been doing about how I think there's some in the nerd community. I think there is sometimes Game of Thrones is coming out. We need to do a song about Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Or Mad Max was a big hit. Like I need to do a song about Mad Max. What's the big thing right now? And I really wanted to stay away from that.
Yeah.
And so, even though Ash vs. the Evil Dead is awesome, I actually did that song before because I was like, you know what do I love? I love Bruce Campbell since I was a kid, like in all of his movies.
Yeah.
And I have some obscure ones, you know, where he's what's that one? He plays like Ronaldo the Heel. That's an early one, early Sam Raimi. All sorts of stuff. Their name's escaping me, but he's
like
awesome.
Stuff like Maniac Cop and all that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Right.
Well, you make like Briscoe County Jr. references in that song, and you know when you, and that one always gets after me because that was where I first. Well, not first, but I remember watching Briscoe County Jr. when other people were like, "Why are you watching this? This is a terrible show." And I'm like, "You're crazy. This is a fantastic show."
Yeah, had like sci-fi, like The Orb, and you know, people from the future coming back in time, and all sorts of. It was awesome.
Yeah,
I
love that show. Yeah. So as soon as I saw the title of that show when I got that song, when I got to it, and I. Started, it started playing and I'm listening to the references and I was like, oh, this is a guy who gets it for sure. This is, like you said, it didn't just feel like you were like, oh, getting on Google, Bruce Campbell and just IMDb.
Check his IMDb.
Yeah. Right. It didn't feel like that. It was cool because I love, like, a couple of the songs you have on the thing, like the other people playing Minecraft one. Reminds me like when Tony and I will go on like what we like to call old man rants on the podcast where it's like kids these days, type stuff. And that felt very much like one of our kids these days rants, because it's about, how when we were kids, we played the games and now a lot of the kids just watch people play games and it blows my mind.
My kids do.
Yeah.
And it numbs my head.
Yeah, it's like why wouldn't you just go play the game?
Cereal, watching someone play Minecraft on YouTube. It's like what are you doing?
Yeah,
I would when I wrote that song, and I knew after I started playing it, and I was like, "God, this song makes me sound like I'm 80 years old." And I'm like, "Aren't you kids?" But I didn't actually know if anyone else felt that way.
Yeah,
and I never talked to anyone who, I never brought it up, I guess, and I don't have a lot of my friends don't have kids, and the ones that do, I never brought it up, and then so I just performed it at a show last year, and I wasn't sure if anyone was going to get it or anyone was going to understand. And it gets into the chorus, and the crowd just erupted.
Yeah.
And then we got all these people saying, "My kid does that," or "My nephew does that."
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Some people try to explain to me that it's like, it's like watching sports. You could go play sports, but you can watch the Masters play professionally, and these are like professional Minecraft Masters. But I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
No, see, the reason that doesn't work for me is if I could... Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. I was just going to say, like, games are created for everyone to be able to play.
Exactly.
As sports, you need to be, like, at a certain skill level. I don't feel games are designed
Exactly.
that way.
Yep.
Especially Minecraft. That's like a box of Legos at your disposal.
Yeah, right.
You can do whatever you want.
Yep.
I'm going to watch someone else do it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yep. That's exactly what I was going to say. If I could play baseball at a semi-pro level, I would go out and play baseball. I would certainly not be playing MLB The Show on my PlayStation, so that's why I play it on a PlayStation. So that's where I was totally agreeing with you.
No, I think we're on the same page.
Yep.
It's weird.
Yeah. That's why I don't get it. Like, I've been, I'll watch a walkthrough. If I get stuck somewhere, I'll pull up a video of someone going through a board or something. I'll be like, oh, that's how you do it. Okay. I'll do that. That's the and as soon as I see that part, I'm done with it. I'm not going to sit there and watch them play Call of Duty or something like that because I don't need to see them shooting people. I don't.
Right.
That seems weird to me. That's why like the new systems have like where you can watch your friends play, and I'm like, why? I don't even understand this. Like I'm just too old for this, I guess. I don't understand why I want to sit here and watch my friends play a video game.
Exactly, but I will admit that I'm a huge fan of the Fallout games, and they announced the DLCs for Fallout 4, and I haven't been able to buy the DLCs yet because the album was so expensive. I'm not allowed to get it until my birthday, according to my wife.
Fair enough. Gotta listen to the manager, right?
But yeah, so I was looking at but I wanted to see what people were doing. I was hearing about it, so I watched a little bit on YouTube to see the people doing stuff with the DLC, and I caught myself, and I said, "Oh no, I'm doing just what I'm singing about the song." What a hypocrite! I had to shut it down.
No. See, what you're doing is you're looking to make sure you want to buy it later. That's all you're doing.
Oh, it was research.
Yeah, you were previewing. That's all.
Preview.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you.
There's a difference.
I feel a lot less shame now.
Yeah. Whew. Glad I could help. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand. I've been told about some of the stuff on the DLC, and I actually almost did the same thing, and then I caught myself just beforehand and was like,
Negative.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, I saw it was the one with where you can kind of capture the mobs in the cages and have the fight and everything.
Yeah, you can have them fight in an arena. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, man, these guys were building this arena and they're letting out the monsters, and it was awesome.
Yeah. I got a friend that I talk with online a lot, and she's a huge Fallout fan, and she's been telling me about it. So, been really amped about it. So I was like, if I really want to see it, I could just watch her play it, I guess, probably, but
not the same.
Not the same. Yeah. You got to get it yourself, and
You can just, have a controller with no batteries in it like you do to a toddler when you're playing a game.
Just
pretend.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Like I'd play Contra with my little brother and just leave his controller unplugged, and I'm like, no, you are playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing great.
It's not,
yeah.
Or your 3-year-old cousin comes over and you just hand them the controller and they're look at the TV like they're playing.
Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, you're on a 30 kill streak. You're amazing.
That's awesome.
So are you into tabletop games too? Because, Settlers of My Pants.
Yes.
I mean,
I will say, Settlers of My Pants, definitely a ode to tabletop games. Not growing up, my wife is the one who is majorly into tabletop games, and it's really big up here in Portland. There's a lot going on in the Pacific Northwest with tabletop games, and I had not really known about any of these games or played any growing up until I met her. And she's like, here's 200 games that we have. I had to build shells all in the garage for them. And that was just half of that was just half of the collection she kept in the divorce.
Holy crap.
Wow.
I was like, here's me thinking my game closet looked like Indiana Jones's, warehouse. Guess not.
Nope.
I can't imagine. Their collection took up a whole room in the house.
Wow.
Before, so I only have half of that. It's like one wall of the garage. So I haven't even played all the games that we've had, and we're getting new ones all the time. But it's super cool. I really enjoy it, and I really like it, and that was something I wanted to do a song about. I really enjoy sexual innuendos, which
who doesn't?
Well, sure,
song.
right.
Yeah.
And you're trying to keep the album family friendly, so why not?
Plus, that song was a little heavier too.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got a little. That was a little heavier.
Yeah.
That one. I enjoy it. It's fun. I'm thinking now I should actually make a game, Settlers of My Pants. I'm thinking about synergy. We should make an actual Settlers of My Pants game.
This kind of sounds like a bedroom game.
I don't see why it couldn't be. Yeah, absolutely.
Like, honey, I got a new game.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I play that song live, I'm like, whoever wants to come over and play. And everyone's like, no thanks.
Yeah.
Oh.
All it takes is one. It's like Tony's always telling me, throw the hooks out there.
Yeah, you gotta throw hooks in the water.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, what's your go-to tabletop game then? Like if you had to sit down and play one now.
Oh, I've been really into this one. Isn't really a deep game, but we've been playing Codenames a lot.
Oh, I've seen that. Is it? Yeah, well, I don't want to review it or anything, but it's worth it.
It's a great fun little game. It's short, and it's really it's just a lot of fun. You play on teams, and it's great. And actually, there's a new version coming out this year called Codenames Pictures. So instead of words, it's pictures. I'm not sure if it works the same, but I saw something online about it. But I definitely recommend it. It's a lot of fun. I think Tabletop with Will Wheaton is going to be doing an episode on it when they come back.
Oh, nice.
So you can check that out. I just played also a game called Viticulture, which is a worker placement game, sort of like Stone Age. I don't know if you heard a game called Stone Age.
Right. I've never played it.
You gather things. It's like Stone Age. It's a worker placement game, but it's about making wine. That's the theme. Viticulture. And so you've got to but there's seasons. So you do some things in the summer, and then you do some things in the winter, and you're trying to
Agricola kind of
a little bit, and then you're trying to harvest your grapes and then make it into wine and then sell the wine. And there's so many resources and stuff, and that was a lot of fun. I felt like if you like worker placement games, it adds some things that I hadn't seen before to the genre, I guess, that I thought was cool. And I like the classics too. Ticket to Ride is a great one that we play all the time, and Sellers of Catan, and
classic.
Yeah, those two are both the gateway games, I think, right?
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah. Like once you get people to like those, if they're like, I don't know about tabletop, and you're like, no, you'll like these, or whatever. Yeah, I
like simpler games. We've been playing a lot of Sushi Go.
Oh, Sushi Go's
pass the card.
Yeah.
And Lanterns. Have you guys checked out Lanterns?
I don't know that one.
God,
it's like a tile. It's a tile game. So you have these tiles, and you have to kind of match the colors, and then you get it's that's a fun game. I think they might be doing that one on tabletop too. And the one game that
made me spend a lot of money.
Yeah,
yeah.
The one game that I haven't played that I have. And I've been dying to play it, but we never seem to have enough people to play it that want to play it all at the same time, is House on the Hill.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Curse of the House on the Hill. You know that one, the classic one.
I can picture
I always get the
box.
name wrong. And they just announced an expansion for it.
Right.
Recently. So I really want to play. So that's on my list. People are like, we got to play it. And I have it, but we haven't played it yet. So, what's it called? Haunt? It's not Haunted. Haunted is not part of the title. I keep getting the title wrong. Oh, well. One of your viewers can write in and...
Tony's looking it up right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm attempting to.
Okay. Fair enough.
Google is our friend.
I was like, I have no idea. I don't know the game. I'm not as versed in the tabletops as he is.
You're like in a house, and like creepy stuff's happening, and then halfway through the game, you open up an envelope, and one of the people playing is actually the murderer, monster, ghost, or whatever. And then that person tries to kill everyone, and then the rest of the people try to stop the person. So and then there's like bonuses and minus and handicaps that everybody has to kind of even it out, and then you try to kill everyone that's left, or the other people try to stop, the monster.
That sounds like a good time.
It's a Betrayal at House on the Hill, which is kind of a clumsy name.
Yeah, that's
Betrayal. People just call it Betrayal for short, and I always Betrayal at House on the Hill. Doesn't really roll off the tongue exactly.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
That's why I can't remember it.
They should
if one thing you know about Chris Waffle is that I'm all about alliteration. I love it.
There's nothing wrong with alliteration.
Yeah, they should have workshopped that title a little longer.
I love puns. It's a classic, though. I can't wait to play it.
Yeah, that does sound like a good time.
Indeed.
I like being spooky ghosts. So
Well,
spooky
you might get
poltergeist.
lucky.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
So, I guess what got you into playing music? Just picked up the guitar as a kid, and
I really said no. I was in choir, like all from like kindergarten up to into college. So I sang. I didn't actually start playing bass until like my junior year of high school. But I remember it was 1984. So I was a young man.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little kid.
Right. Much,
And,
yeah. So were we then too.
Yeah. And I was watching MTV and Weird Al's Eat It came on. And I had listened to the Thriller album, forever. Loved the Thriller album. Just listened to it over and over again. Everyone was into Michael Jackson then. I mean, he was the biggest star in the world, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I see Weird Al comes on with Eat It. And I saw that, and I turned to my parents, and I was like, that's what I want to be when I grow up.
They're like, fat? No.
Oh, Pat hadn't come out
Yeah,
yet.
I know.
They were like,
Yeah.
no, they were like, what? And I was like, oh, that's what I want to do when I grow up. I want to sing and make fun of people. And so that's really, and I actually, from then on, I was like in the 4th grade, and I just started writing songs. So I've been writing songs ever since then. And it wasn't until I was in high school where I was like, I probably need to learn an instrument of some kind so I could make
Right.
the songs like happen instead of just writing lyrics. And I had them like the music in my head. I needed a vessel to kind of get them
Yeah,
out.
right. And then you learn the xylophone, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
What an odd
I was
pairing.
like, what's the easiest instrument I can learn? And my friend was all, bass, I guess. And I was all, sign me up.
I'm in.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That's
Yeah, nice.
interesting.
I like the fact that you're a kid and you're like, that's what I'm doing, and now that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen very often.
I kept at it. Well, it's definitely not my day job. I do have a day job, but
Well, fair enough.
but it's always been in my, it's always been a passion since I was little. So I've always tried to find some ways of doing it. And sometimes, life responsibilities get in the way, but, I've always tried to fit it in somehow. And when I came up here, and I met my wife, and I really had an opportunity to start a new thing. And that's where Mega Thruster was formed. And we're going back out, new album, getting back out playing shows. And I'm really excited about it.
Yeah,
Nice.
so you got a couple festivals you're doing, including in good old Chicago, huh?
Yes, we'll be in Chicago at the end of August for Fump Fest. That's FUMP. It stands for Funny Music Project. Fump Fest.
Okay.
You go to fumpfest.com.
That was going to be the next question.
Yeah, mine too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Funny Music Project. So that's what that does. It's a whole convention, a weekend-long festival at the Elk Grove Holiday Inn, I believe, where it's just kind of nerdy and funny music of all different kinds. There's rappers, there's acoustics, there's full bands, there's all sorts of stuff going on, and all sorts of different forms and artists, just all weekend long. And we'll be performing on Saturday, and it should be a really good time. I'm really looking forward to it. So
That's
I
really
said,
cool.
that sounds like a pretty fun time.
Yeah, it does.
it is cool. If you like the kind of music that that we do, where people are singing about Star Trek and all sorts of different things, and just some of the people are more just straight comedy and they're just doing real funny songs, and some people are more on the nerdy side like me. But there's some great acts, and the headliners, Paul and Storm, are really funny, great guys. They play with Jonathan Colton. They travel all. I don't know if you guys have heard of Jonathan Colton, but
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
so they usually travel around with him, and so they're great. And I'm really looking forward. I'm actually looking forward just to be there to watch everyone, let alone play. So
Right,
that'll be a
yeah.
lot of fun.
Yeah, that's got to be kind of cool to just go and soak it in, as well as be part of it,
Yeah,
playing
for
and
sure.
stuff too. Yeah,
I'm
sure.
a fan. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of it as well as a participant, I guess you can say.
Right,
So
yeah.
I'm excited.
That's really cool.
I say we have some friends in Chicago, so
All right.
Yeah.
we have to send them their way.
Strong
They're
arm.
of course also podcasters, so
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We were trying to get maybe a show in the city somewhere, like outside of the festival, but my partner Joel, who's the other half of Mega Thruster, he's a librarian and he has an important library event that he must return for. So we weren't able to. He's only there for a short time. We can play our set. So hopefully we'll be able to come back to the Midwest and hit up. We were going to try to go to Gen Con in Indianapolis later in the year, but today that's looking up in the air. So if not this year, next year for sure. And just start spreading out more. Hopefully maybe a West Coast tour next year. CD release party maybe up here in Portland in June. Even though this album's out, I forgot to book a CD release party, so I think it's going to be in June. Better late than never.
It's fine. Sometimes stores do the grand opening, like, a month or whatever after they're actually open, so it's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I actually really recently went to a ribbon cutting for a bar, but I had been to the bar for like 3 months, and then they did the ribbon cutting, and I was like, oh, that's weird. I thought you guys were open for a while. And they're like, well, we wanted to make sure everything was working out right.
Right. Yeah.
Before the official launch. So
yeah,
that's what I'll say. Anyway.
Exactly. Right. Like I just
see, you're helping me out.
Yeah, exactly. Problem solver. It's what my Twitter account says.
That's good.
First thing on my Twitter account, it says problem solver. It also says idiot right after, but
you're saving me money on therapy. solving my problems. I like it.
Yeah.
This is the greatest, most helpful podcast you guys are helping me out.
Tony, I'm pretty sure that we do need to open a consulting firm.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Probably all go bad, but
Well, yeah.
yeah.
We're not taking our own advice.
This is true.
Yeah. That's really cool, though. To be able to expand and stuff, and maybe get a tour and stuff going. That'd be really awesome. And
yeah,
in Gen Con, I mean, what better home for what you're doing than, it's pretty much the home of, that kind of a lot of this kind of geekery. So it's
yes, and they have a lot of great acts playing. And my hometown friends, the Double Clicks, will be there. Professor Shy Guy. So if there's a lot of different acts, I was looking today. So
please tell me, Professor Shy Guy dresses as a shy guy.
No, he doesn't. Professor Shy Guy, look him up because he does. You guys know what are you guys familiar with chip tunes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Using the 8-bit sounds.
Yeah.
He uses those in his music, but he is an awesome performer and he's got a great voice. So he kind of combines that with almost like a Justin Timberlake kind of sensibility. And he came to Portland to do a show, and I caught him, and it was awesome. It was awesome.
Oh, nice.
He does not dress like a shy guy, but like the three of us, he's bald and has a beard.
Oh, well.
Well,
welcome to the Brotherhood. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let me take that back because that sounds really bad when you say bald. And let's
Brotherhood.
Yeah, let's not go down that road.
Let's just go club.
Yeah. Club. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the club. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, I don't want to start anything here.
Right.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I've heard his name before from various, reading variety of, websites and stuff where they've pointed out different, music made within the genres and stuff. So when you said that, I was like, that name sounds really familiar. So I may have heard his stuff before.
Yeah. No, Gen Con always has a great lineup of that stuff, and it's really cool. I love going to conventions. I don't know if you guys get to go to them.
I haven't been to Gen Con in a long time. It's probably been 10 or 12 years since I went to that one.
It's so great, whether it's, San Diego Comic-Con, Dragon Con, and all the smaller ones that are all over the place are really just embracing the music side and that entertainment side. And almost all of them now have like where you can go and see people perform and do different things. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. I love going.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of them are starting to do not just during the convention hours type stuff now. A lot of them are doing like after hours stuff, like comedy, music, like entertainment stuff after hours, which is really awesome. That it isn't just about, the convention's over at, 7 o'clock or whatever, and that's it for the day.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, a lot of it is going on afterwards too. That's really cool.
And the fans are the best, and it's really when you're doing that, and like I said, the fans are the best, and when everyone's able to come together and just enjoy all the cool stuff that everyone enjoys, and just keep the party going, it's a lot of fun.
Right on. Yeah. What else did I want?
Oh, all right. I gotta tell you,
there you go.
One of my favorite songs on your album here was the "Living on a Roll in a Prayer." That felt like such a rock song to me. That it just felt like it was. I don't know what it was to me. It just felt like kind of like I don't want to say like an 80s ballad kind of song, but it just felt like it kind of had that like power to it. And as I was listening to it, it was like that feels like a song that I could see like a crowd really catching on to and singing back to you.
I'm still waiting for a crowd to sing back to me.
Well,
maybe someday.
Then anyone listening, if you when you go see him, then get the listen to it, learn the lyrics, and sing it back to him.
Unless there are a couple of sing-alongs. We usually open our set with "Living on a Roll in a Prayer" because I feel it really encapsulates what you're about to see and kind of where we're coming from.
Right.
And it's kind of written from the point of view of like, my junior high school self.
Oh, yeah.
Like we were talking about earlier. And so that's always, I try to start the show with that kind of upbeat, like, get it going. We have some other songs that are like sing-alongs where I'll try to get the audience to sing along a little bit. That's how Button Mash is kind of like a little fun little sing-along that we do live.
Right.
Sometimes. But I want the live experience to be a show. Like I want to really put on a show and not just be about, let me watch these guys, their music. I want to listen to their playing. It's like, I want you to just come and have a fun time and have a laugh and just have a good time. And there's like a lot of audience interaction. One thing that we don't do, the one thing that we do live that's not on the album, and I don't know if we'll ever record this or if there's a way, but we have something very special called Choose Your Own Rock Venture, where it's a song where I pull someone up on the stage and the person chooses the direction of the song, the story of the song.
That's pretty cool.
Every verse ends with the question, do you want to do this or do you want to do that? And
Nice.
it's like science fiction themed. You're on like a spaceship.
Right.
And they say, do you want to head this way? Do you want to head that way? And then the person on the stage will say, and I'll get the audience will be trying to egg them on.
Right.
Sure, go left, go right, or whatever. And then whatever they decide, then I sing the verse that corresponds with that choice. And there's like 16 verses of the song. I can't even remember how it goes.
Nice. I like this.
It could be a different song depending if you come, depending on who comes up on stage, and if you've seen this before, it could be a totally different like kind of storyline,
Right.
And how it ends up and stuff. So we've done that a few times, and it's always a lot of fun. So I just try to mix it up and make it a fun show.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
That is a great idea. That sounds like a lot of fun.
I mean, those are the most satisfying books as a child.
Oh,
Absolutely.
for sure.
You're like,
Yeah.
I fell in the mummy pit. Let me go back to that.
I
page
had my
was
finger on the page. I didn't take it off.
And just like the books, in the song, you almost always die.
Yeah.
There's like one good ending in the song that you'll probably not get.
That's fair. I mean,
Yeah.
that's how it has to be. You have to learn your lessons and,
Sometimes you got to sacrifice a crowd member.
Right.
That's right.
What are you gonna do?
You chose poorly.
Yeah.
What? Two people just escort him off the stage. What?
Yeah, you get a T-shirt.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh man. So when you do the Bruce Campbell song, are you gonna wear like a prosthetic chin and a? No, I'm kidding.
No, probably not. I probably should, but no, I don't do no costume changes.
costume.
Oh,
No
jeez.
costume changes.
I'm done. This is over. We're done. No,
No,
I'm kidding.
yeah, there's no props. I would do pyrotechnics and smoke
Yeah.
and fog maybe. I might like come out with a cloak and then throw the cloak off, and then lasers.
Sure.
But probably not. I don't know if I would just get into costume.
Lasers are
I'll leave
just
that for
unnecessary.
Weird Al. You can't top Weird Al. If you
Yeah,
guys see
that's
him
true.
live,
I've once, but it was at like a county fair or something. There wasn't so many costume changes.
Yeah.
He came through Toledo, which is right by us.
Yeah.
So we went and saw him, like a rib off or whatever it was.
He actually almost always plays Toledo. Because now he does, but he plays, he's played a variety of venues in Toledo, but he's played like the Zoo Amphitheater, he's played like the convention centers, he's played, like I said, pretty much everything that they've had here. And it just depends on which venue you've seen him at. The one you're talking about, you're probably right. He was probably getting paid like $10 or whatever. So
you got the truncated version.
yeah.
I also may or may not have been imbibing overpriced Budweiser, which was a terrible idea just because it's Budweiser too. But
Well, also overpriced.
well, yeah,
Don't forget that.
I didn't know any better back then.
Fair enough. Yeah. I can see that though. So yeah, it's I forgot what I was going to say. Whatever. All right, moving on. I don't know.
Happens to me all the time.
Yeah. There was another. Oh, I was going to talk about the Chewbacca song too, because I love the
Yeah, speaking of conventions, there's a good segue.
yeah, because that one, man, I could see that one playing big at conventions if you happen to run into a bunch of ladies in Chewbacca outfits.
I had never seen a lady in a Chewbacca outfit, but I
Really?
Googled it one day after I made the song.
Oh
and
yeah, there's a lot of it.
and there is.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. So, yeah, we did
Yeah.
that one at Rose City Comic Con last year,
Nice.
and it went over well.
Ah,
I want
see-
to do a video where my wife gets a really horrible Chewbacca costume, like the worst one you can find. That's you can still tell it's Chewbacca,
Yeah.
and then go to a convention. And then film us, all on a date, like going through the different aisles and stuff like that. And then meanwhile, cut with my buddy Joel and I playing the song, like more than words, like extreme more than words. And it's we got candles.
Yeah,
and it's kinda
yeah.
Black in the
I
back, and the camera's going around.
Yeah.
So look for that, maybe this winter.
Oh man, that is gold right there. I just love the imagery in the song, like when you talk about the bandolier dangling from the bedpost. Just or draped over. I forgot which wording you used, but it was I laughed so hard. It was
She left me.
Yeah.
Left me. It's based on a true story. I was used for my body, and she left me, and I've never been the same.
something special when you're left by a Chewbacca cosplayer.
It is.
as
It is,
as a man,
Yeah.
it's
It is. There's
Something
just
special.
hair everywhere.
Yeah.
And the dangling bandolier, and that's it. And that's
she.
it.
Well,
No
and the other
name,
thing is,
no contact information, no Twitter handle. I don't know how to get a hold of her.
Oh man. And the other side of it too is it's like most of the parts of a cosplay are usually not super cheap. So, I mean, she was really wanting to get out of there.
Was it something I said? That'll be the end of the video.
Yeah.
Was it something I said? I'll be like smelling my armpit.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh goodness. I think that was one of my favorite things about listening to this is I can easily you get great visuals for videos with these, like you could really see these playing as videos. And I think that adds to it. because they're not just songs. They're in my head. They're playing as short clips of comedy bits, basically. And I think that made it even funnier to me when I'm listening to them,
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I mean, that means a lot that you can kind of envision, what I'm saying. There's no, the music industry nowadays, there's no real record contracts.
Yeah.
So it's all about kind of breaking through the noise, and YouTube is a huge part of that. And it seems like you really have to have videos to kind of go along with, what you're doing, but everything's like indie, so we're kind of just doing everything ourselves. So, but I want to do more. I think the next one's going to be probably a lyric video of Bruce Campbell, will probably be the next one. And then we have plans for, maybe the Oregon Trail and, the last song on the album, I feel deserves a video.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
Everyone loves Harry Potter anyway.
No, that's not the last song on the album,
that's the
sir.
second to
Oh,
last.
you're right.
No.
I gotta scroll down. Oh yeah.
Can't forget the epic closer.
No, the closer is the yeah.
That really made me laugh when I saw the title of that song.
Yeah. It was, and it made me laugh a little bit because we had this past football season we did an NFL Pick'em league, and we were calling it Dude Mountain. And the whole time it was because it was all guys in it, and it was just there was a lot of changing positions in the league, so in the middle and such. And then when I'm listening to this song, I was just laughing because it was just much funnier picturing all of the various teasing that was going on through the season.
Yeah, through the fantasy league.
Yeah.
I did the same damn thing, right?
Yeah, I figured you did.
Well, next time it comes around, you write the parody. You do a Weird Al version of it and write a parody called Dude Mountain.
Oh my, that's I need someone else
with
to
all
sing.
the inside jokes.
I don't think anyone wants to hear me sing though. That's a terrible idea.
Now, by any chance, if you tried to get the Bruce Campbell song to Bruce Campbell?
Not yet.
Is that curiosity?
I once the video is done, which I really have to work on. I would want to. I'm probably going to maybe tweet it out to him and see. I see him on Twitter. He retweets things.
Yeah,
and he seems like a really cool guy. I actually met him for a split second at San Diego Comic-Con years and years and years ago. I had him sign my Army of Darkness.
Oh.
Yeah, my
yeah.
I wish.
Like, Bruce, do you remember these?
So I do. I think you would enjoy it. I'm a huge fan, so I think that comes across in the song, like you said.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. I'm sure if he does retweet it, it'll be like, that'll be a huge day in my life. I'll be like, look at everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Screen cap.
Right.
Send it to everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. And as well it should be,
Yeah, for sure.
Either that or, his response is just a cease and desist from his attorney. Come on.
That's all. And now Chris Waffle's name is added to my security checklist.
Oh. Well, either way, at least he noticed you, right?
Still,
I mean,
still an honor.
yeah, exactly. It's like in pro wrestling, whether they boo you or cheer you, at least you got a reaction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Better than no comment, right?
Exactly. Yeah. I guess. I don't. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How often do you play shows?
Well, we were on. I was auditioning new guitar players to form Mega Thruster with me. So we've been on a hiatus, but now we really want to come back full force. So I got a show here in Portland on the 21st. It's a Harry Potter themed kind of dinner show with a lot of different things. It's for a great charity here in Multnomah County. And
I want to leave Fuck Mountain off of that one.
Yeah, no, that was
lead with it. Let them establish dominance.
I saved that one definitely for the 21 and over, club sets.
Right, yeah.
But,
I'd go in and alpha him with that one.
Yeah, we try to play. We try to play. So right now I'm like just getting back up, and that'll be like our first Mega Thruster show. I was doing shows last year under kind of a different thing, under a different name, and kind of trying out the material before we recorded the album.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be the first post album release as Mega Thruster, everything like firing on all cylinders show, and then so we hope to book some more as time goes on and just play. I'd like to play like as often as I can. I love performing. I know people will get tired of us here in Portland if we play too much. So, but we're going to hit up, like I said, my CD release show in June. We're going to be out in August. September is Rose City Comic Con here in Portland. So, at least, a couple times a month, around. And then we'll just, like I said, be spreading out farther and farther. So if you're not in the Pacific Northwest, hit us up. Maybe we'll come your way someday. I love to travel.
So if you're not in the Pacific Northwest, buy the album off iTunes.
Right.
There you go. Yeah.
Or travel to the Pacific Northwest and
or buy it on Bandcamp. I think I get more money. If
you probably do.
Okay, yeah. Scratch iTunes. Buy it off of Bandcamp.
Whatever's easier for you, fan.
Yeah, right.
I'm all about it. It's on Spotify. You can get an actual physical CD for those still living in 2003. You can get an actual CD to put in your car.
Whoa.
Yeah.
These things exist?
Huh.
You mean vinyl, right?
Yeah, right.
Dude, vinyl's making a comeback.
Yeah.
Boy, is it.
Again, but
yep. No, it's all about those limited pressings now, selling out and then bragging about how you have a limited pressing of someone that, other people are like, who? And yeah, I don't know. I saw somebody the other day on Instagram doing that. They're like, oh, I got one of the only 50 of these. And I'm like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
So I don't understand the bragging on that, but
did it make you want it a little bit? You're like, oh man.
No. I also don't have a turntable, so
I got something for you.
Huh.
So you take your Mega Thruster 20-sided Vice album, right? Yeah. Press it into vinyl, and you can make the album look like a Dungeon Master shield.
That'd be awesome.
Oh.
The
cardboard.
The DM.
Old.
I like this idea.
All right. Oh, it's called, had all the tables inside.
I like this idea a lot.
Like the guidebook, kind of how it folded out.
It just can't look too much like it because I hear Wizards of the Coast is notorious for litigation. But anyway,
the pride dropped the hammer.
Yeah.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Is that a free idea from you?
Sure, yeah.
It's our it's our consulting firm.
Right, you just have to put on there. This is not a Dungeons and Dragons dungeon guide or whatever.
Right, Dungeon Master.
Dungeon Master, yeah, exactly.
I can't remember what the whole thing was called.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
And I used to own one.
Yeah, me too. I can't remember it either, but it had all the tables and the calculations and everything.
Yep.
Sick artwork on the front and tables on the back.
Yeah, I remember looking at the sick artwork. I was never really on the other side of it, so yeah.
And then you've never lived.
I guess not. I never wielded the power. I was too afraid I'd become corrupt. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. Something. I don't know.
Corrupt. Whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're getting pretty close to the hour here. So, Chris, where should people, stalk you or reach out to you or buy all your wares and such at?
Yeah, so if you go to megathruster.com, it's just I actually got megathruster.com, which is pretty rare to get like a URL of what you want these days.
Yeah, that's true.
So I have megathruster.com. You can go there and you've got, right there on the front page, you can listen to the album. All the links are there if you want it on iTunes or Bandcamp or the physical CD, and everything is there. We got our shows there. On Twitter, it's megathrustergo. So you can, see all of my tweets, I guess. And we're on Instagram, megathruster. And I even have a Tumblr, but I don't think I have any followers on my Tumblr. And I don't really know how to tumble very well, but it's there.
That'd be awesome if your Tumblr was nothing but pictures of you tumbling.
Yeah.
That would be pretty excellent.
Yeah.
I think it's it's like an animated GIF one of those. It's of R2-D2 playing the bass from the Droids cartoon.
Nice.
Well, that's pretty awesome.
That's all you need to put on there.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't think you need to
arms
post.
are coming out, and he's like do, and he's really you can tell he's playing something funk. I mean, there's no sound, but he's just like, he's busting out like a Red Hot Chili Peppers tune or something. He's like do. It's pretty cool.
I don't think you need anything else.
The music.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I don't think it'd be that tough.
That's where you can go. That's where you can go. Sign up for. I don't know. There's nothing really to sign up for, but you can buy that album. I'd appreciate it. Oh, and we're on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. Have you guys heard of this thing called Facebook?
No, I haven't.
I've phased it out of my life.
It's my parents are on it. It's
right.
It's
exactly.
yeah, we're on Facebook also. We look up Mega Thruster, and we're always posting to Facebook and different stuff that's happening and announcing different shows. I was just on the front page of the local newspaper too, talking about Mega Thruster and geek music, and
nice.
So there's lots of exciting stuff.
Awesome.
Good, more to come from Mega Thruster for sure.
I can only assume you're also on the YouTubes.
Yes, absolutely. The videos are on the website, but they're also on YouTube's. I need more subscribers, so subscribe to YouTube, because I think once you get so many subscribers, I can have my own channel name or something. Is that how it works? Clearly, I'm out of touch.
It's something like that, yeah. I think you can start getting revenue streams and your own whatnot once you get so many and all that stuff. So.
I'm not in this for the money. I'm in it for the love and the art.
Right.
The love of my fellow nerds
right.
in the world.
Those sweet Chewbacca ladies.
It was a lot of money. Cost me a lot of money.
And
from Bandcamp.
Right.
For the love of God.
For the love of God, yeah. Is your YouTube channel, are you under Mega Thruster on YouTube's also? Or is that the link on the website you said?
Yeah, I think if you just put Mega Thruster into the YouTube search, it'll come up. You'll see the Mega Thruster robot face, mask, whatever it is.
Nice.
Gotta think of a name for that. Mr. Mega Thruster, I think is what I call it. And then, yeah, you'll see the videos there. And there's even an interview with local hero Guardian Shield.
Oh, nice.
Up there where I interviewed him.
Yeah.
And he shows me what's in his utility belt. It's pretty awesome. He's got a legit utility belt.
Right.
He's got like Kevlar armor. His shield is like rated bulletproof and all this. Like he's fighting crime for real.
Right.
Seems pretty legit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's like ex-military. He's cool. Yeah.
Right on. Yeah,
so
we'll
Guardian Shield, you can go there too.
I will put all the links that I can in the stuff, or like Chris said, go to megathruster.com and then you can just click away at your heart's content from there. And,
yes.
Yes.
It's the hub of all things.
Stop expecting me to hold your hand through everything.
That's it, right.
He's made it nice and easy for you. Yeah, all right. Well, thanks a lot for joining us. This has been a blast.
Thanks for having me, gentlemen. Thanks for having me. Always nice to talk nerdy stuff with some fellow fans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we've definitely both enjoyed listening to the album.
It was great.
Good times. So.
Cool. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You guys are going to love Civil War. And
we better. No, I'm kidding.
No, seriously, the battle that you've seen in the commercial that at the airport, where they're coming at each other, and you've seen it like in the trailer, is something else. Just wait. I've never seen anything like it in a movie. It's like all my nerd dreams from like, when I was, 12 years old have like come to life on the
nice.
Big screen. It's amazing.
All I can hope for is an epic slap fight.
You may get one.
Oh, I hope so. That'd be awesome.
Let me know what you think of Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice as well.
Yes. Yeah, we should do that. If we finally all get to see it, we should get together and do a roundtable of, hey, we finally all saw it months after everyone else.
I guess it's out of the theaters probably now. We'll probably have to wait for video, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, probably another month or two. Yeah.
All right.
So,
all right. Well, keep me posted.
Yeah, we'll do. So, again, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Later, Chris.
All right, take it away, Annalise.
Enthusiast this.
Come out to my cabin. It's in the woods. I got the goods to show you a real good time. We'll drive out in my Delta 88 and maybe read a book. You got the look, so I hope that you are primed. And if Kandarian demons try to swallow your soul, just let me know. I want to be your Bruce Campbell. I want to be your Big Chin Man. I'll do all that I can if you just lend me a hand. I want to be your Bruce Campbell. I want to be your Big Chin Man. It's time to take a stand. Check in my trunk, I've got a plan. We can move to Briscoe County and swing among the trees like the king of thieves. So who's laughing now? And when the lights turn low, I will show you my boomstick. It does a trick that will make you say wow. And if the ancient evil makes a duplicate of me, just wait and see. I want to be your Bruce Campbell. I want to be your Big Chinned Man. I'll do all that I can if you just lend me a hand. I want to be your Bruce Campbell. I want to be your Big Chin Man. Sip a mojito, get a tan, and make you my biggest fan. Give me some sugar, baby. What have you got to lose? Pretty soon we'll both be covered in ooze. And when we're old and gray, just like Elvis would have been, we'll fight the evil mummy till we win. I want to be your Bruce Campbell. I want to be your Big Chin Man. I'll do all that I can if you just lend me a hand. I want to be your Bruce Campbell. I want to be your Big Chin Man. It's time to take a stand. Check in my trunk, I've got a plan.